So in today's video, we're going to look up at some of the Windows settings that you should change that may be a threat to your PC, either through viruses or either through malicious activity. It's not necessarily that you should change them, but I personally think that it goes a long way to keep you secure and being cyber smart. So we'll head up to the settings button, just come on the search panel and click on settings, and we'll begin by the update and security option, whereby we are going to choose how to update. As you can see for mine, there's a notification that says that there was some problem installing updates, but we'll try again later. If you keep seeing this and want to search the web or contact support for information, this may help. So this mainly shows up when you haven't updated your PC or your applications for quite some time. As you can see here, it says that post updates for 7 days. Visit advanced options to change the post period. We also have the view update history, where you can see your updates installed on your device and the current active hours and advanced options. So I'll just click on the advanced options. And the reason why I had received the notification is because receive updates from other Microsoft products when you update Windows. I've turned all these off. So I'll just click on this and click to Friday, so that when it gets to April 21st, I'll have all updates that need to be upgraded to be updated. They will be updated. So show a notification when your PC requires a restart to finish updating. I'll turn it on. I also need to restart this device as soon as possible when a restart is required to install an update. Windows will display a notice before the restart, and the device must be on and plugged in. So this goes a long way to keep you updated. I'll also turn it on, because what this does, whenever you have applications that are not updated, they really quite slow down your machine, because it does not synchronize with the requirements of the application. So the computer will start going slow and slow. And that's why you'll notice when you buy a new computer, the first time you're happy that the speeds are quite high, but with time it gets down. So download updates of omitted connection. That one I'll keep it off and just leave it at that. The second thing we're going to look at is the Wi-Fi settings. So what you're going to do, you're just going to system, device, and then network and internet. And what we want to do on the Wi-Fi settings, we need to keep off any hotspots, because this is one thing that is never safe for any computer, especially when you have sensitive data or sensitive information on your PC. This is one thing to keep off. So hotspot networks make it more secure to connect to public Wi-Fi hotspots. They might be available in public places like airports, hotels, and cafes. This is one thing that I really, really keep off personally. I never use public hotspots or Wi-Fi's. I'd rather tether my PC if I have to, or just use the mobile data. So you need to keep this off. And then for the use random hardware address, this one you'll keep it on, because it makes it harder for people to track your location when you connect to different Wi-Fi networks. This setting applies to new connections. The next thing we are going to go to is privacy. So let's just go back. And then you're going to click on privacy. So under privacy, the apps use advertising IDs to make ads more interesting to you based on your app activity. So you'll find that most apps will track down your activity. So it's always good to also keep it off, and never let websites provide locally relevant content by accessing your language list. It also, if you Sorry, if you turn on all these options, you'll have Windows track app launches to improve start and search results, which slows down the machine when you switch on your computer. It also suggests contents in the settings app. So you'll notice that I don't know whether you've ever had an instance where you opened your computer and what happens, it's apps started start showing on your computer, something that you had not prompted the machine to do so. So you'll need to go check on your privacy settings and turn them off. So the other thing we're going to look at is the Cortana. For those of you who use Cortana, personally I don't, but in case you do, you'll just have to sign in to Cortana and switch off, turn off the speech, inking, and typing because it records all your typing, all the language that you use, and it keeps a record of the sites that you visit. The next that I'm going to look at is location. So I'll just go back to settings, click on settings, and then once you're there, just go to location, privacy settings. And this is what happens. If you allow access, you will enable Windows to use your device's capabilities to determine your location, and Microsoft will use your location data to improve location services. People using this device will be able to choose if their apps have access to location by using the settings on that page. So, location for this device, I'll turn it off. But this may cause some apps to misbehave, especially for those working online where you need to have your IP address, location, and all that. So, what I will advise you to do, you can just tick off the apps that access your location by default. So, the Windows apps and services can use this when we can't detect a more exact location on the PC. So, you have the ability to switch on and switch off, allow which apps that are going to access your location down below. So, let's say I need to have Skype locate my location, just come click on this and enable them. For now, I'll keep them disabled. It as it is. And then the next we have the feedback and diagnostics. So go back to home settings and then just find feedback. So what this does is that you choose how much diagnostic data you want to send to Microsoft. And under this option, I'll choose to say that Microsoft has really made it quite difficult for you to choose whether you need it, required your diagnostics and data. Send only info about your device, its setting, capabilities, and whether it's performing properly. You can also have an option of sending info to about websites you browse and how you use apps and features, plus additional information. So the diagnostic feature will send all your information to Microsoft, and it they say that it helps in troubleshooting problems and make products improvements regardless of which option you select. So for me, I'll go for the required diagnostic data, whereby I'll only send information about my device, its settings and capabilities, and whether it's performing properly. We also have the plus additional info about your device health, device activity, enhanced data reporting, required diagnostic data that will always be included when you choose to send optional diagnostics. So really, it doesn't make such a big difference. Then we have the tailored experiences where you let Microsoft use your diagnostic data, excluding information about websites you browse, to offer you personalized tips, add recommendation to enhance your Microsoft experiences. I'll leave that on as it's going to help with improve my experience with some of the websites that I browse. And then we have the view diagnostic data. You can turn this setting to see your data in the diagnostic data viewer. I also turn it off because it uses 1 GB of my hard drive space. So I don't need that. I don't need to limit my space because of that. So I'll turn it off. And then we have delete diagnostic data. This is for those who have machines that are of a higher capability. So you can delete your diagnostic data that Microsoft has collected about this device. And once you choose to delete your data, the process of removing copies from their systems will start. And you'll have a Microsoft. If you have a Microsoft account, you might have additional diagnostic data that you can delete on the privacy dashboard. So let me just check on that. It prompts me to fire Mozilla. That's not something that I'm ready to do at this moment, so I'll just leave it at that. And then we have the feedback frequency. Windows should ask for my feedback. So you have automatic recommend. There's always, you can set it to once a day, once a week, or never. I'll leave it at automatically because there are times I need to submit feedback to Microsoft when an app misbehaves. And then there's learn more about diagnostic feedback and settings and so forth. From there, I'll go to notifications. So what this happens, it's if you allow access, people using this device will be able to choose if their apps have access to their notifications. Denying blocks Windows and apps from accessing your any personal notifications. So you might have notifications that pop up on your screen, and you could maybe want you want to keep it private. So I'll just keep it off. User notification access for this device, I'll keep it off. It remains private. You can also choose which apps can access your notifications. Some need access to your notification to work as intended. So turning off an app here might limit to what it can do. So I'll just turn it on manually if an app asks for approval. That's when I think I'd rather stick to the manual command, that is when it comes to notification. So the next thing I'd like to look at is the view tab on your desktop or on your PC. So you might get to find that some files hide as viruses, or someone just creates a program that comes with an application, and then it may end up as a virus in your PC. So what I would recommend you to do is go on the view tab, and then under show and hide, you're supposed to click on the item checkboxes, then click on the file name. You'll notice when I unclick it, it takes away the MP4 text format of showing the name, because it shows or hides the set of characters added to the end of files that identifies the file type or format. So when you click on the tab, or you tick on it, it's going to show you the format. So for example, you can see I have MP4s, I have a PNG, I have I think those are the most, the PNG, the MP4, we have the TXT, which is the text, we have the XCE extracted, which are mainly viruses. So you can also click on the hidden items. So if you have any viruses hiding in your PC, when you click on the hidden items, it will definitely show on the window that you have or the drive that you have opened. So that's one thing that I would also like you to take note of, because most viruses hide in the background and they cause malicious activities such as hacking into your files or reading into your data, reading into the browsing history and all that. So it's good to keep safe. So I hope you found this video helpful, and that it makes your experience with Microsoft much better and much safer to work with. If you have any other more Windows settings that you think we should change, kindly comment on the comment section down below. And remember to kindly subscribe and like the video. Until next time, bye bye.